This was the challenge here. This is 7 feet of paper. You have to sort through every single one of these. These are all the people. These are all the people who have voted multiple times in Karnataka. This is a gentleman called Gurkirat Singh Dang. Gurkirat Singh Dang appears once, twice, 3 times, 4 times in 4 different polling booths in the constituency. House number 0. No, you're laughing. There are thousands and thousands of these people. No address, house number 0. So that's a single bedroom, 46 voters living there. Same thing there, 80 voters living there. No sign of their existence. When we go there, we're threatened. There are 4,000 voters. Show the photos. These are the photos. There's a lady called Shakun Rani, 70-year-old. So she becomes a voter twice. And then the beautiful thing is, show us the next slide, she actually votes twice. This is a crime that is being committed against the Indian Constitution, against the Indian flag. And this is evidence of the crime in one assembly. EC rejects Congress plea for machine-readable Maharashtra voter list. Machine-readable is the key. Because if we want to analyze the data, we need soft copies. And I'll explain to you why. Go back here. And then something very interesting they did. They said we are going to destroy CCTV footage. And this was surprising to us because there was this question in Maharashtra that you would have had to have massive voting after 5:30 for the numbers to add up. And our people knew, and the alliance people knew that in the polling booths, no such thing happened. There was not massive voting after 5:30. There were no big lines after 5:30. So these two things made us believe with reasonable certainty that the Election Commission of India was colluding with the BJP to steal elections. But we still didn't have proof. We were still in the zone ki, yes, we have Maharashtra. We have proof at the larger level, state level. We can see these voters have come. But ये नहीं मालूम ये कैसे आए हैं, कहां से आए हैं, सिस्टम कैसा चलता है, कहां से रिगिंग हो रही है. So we put together a team and we told them, listen, we need to know how this is being done. This was the challenge here. This is 7 feet of paper. As you can see, you have to sort through every single one of these. So let's suppose I want to find out if you have voted twice or if your name occurs twice in the voter list. I have to take your picture and then I have to compare it to every single bit of paper and say, भैया ये फोटो यहां है, let me show you. ऐसी लिस्ट होती है, ऐसी लिस्ट होती है. So then we have to take this individual photo and we have to take it and look in every single sheet कि ये इस व्यक्ति 2 बार तो नहीं आई है. That's the process and it's a very tedious process. I had initially thought that we will do multiple seats, but when we faced this, we realized why the Election Commission doesn't give us electronic data, because they don't want us to look carefully, right? And this task took us 6 months. So what you're going to see here was 6 months of the work of 30 to 40 people, non-stop, comparing names, comparing addresses, comparing pictures. And we have done the work for one assembly constituency. If you want to do the work for one Lok Sabha, that's in Karnataka, that's 7. Dikhao. That's 7 of those. Right? So you can imagine the task that we are being forced to do. Now, analyzing this, if the Election Commission gave us electronic data, 30 seconds. Right? And I repeat, this is why we are being given data like this, so that it is not analyzed. Next. Sorry, just go back. There's another very interesting thing that we discovered, which came as a shock to us, which is that these papers that are given, they themselves do not allow for optical character recognition. So if you scan them, you can't actually get the data out of them. And we were surprised. Why? Why is the Election Commission protecting these pieces of paper? ठीक है, आप सॉफ्ट कॉपी नहीं देना चाहते, but इनको क्यों प्रोटेक्ट कर रहे हो? Right? And EC deliberately provides non-machine readable papers. This was another thing that when we discovered it, we were like, this is strange. Next. And so here is what we did. Our internal polling told us that we were expected to win 16 seats in Karnataka, and we won 9. So we then focused on the 7 unexpected losses, and we chose 1 Lok Sabha, and out of that Lok Sabha, our team said we can only do 1 Vidhan Sabha. And so we chose 1 Vidhan Sabha, focused on Mahadevapura. And here's the broad maths. Achha, all the data that we have here is 2024 data from the Election Commission. Everything that we have here is their data. They have given it to us in this form. 2024, total votes polled 6.26 lakhs in the Lok Sabha. BJP wins with 658,915 with a margin of 32,707. But then the interesting thing, we look at Mahadevapura assembly segment. And the BJP, the Congress polls 1,15,586 and the BJP polls 2,29,632. Congress wins all the Vidhan Sabhas except this one. And in this one, BJP sweeps and gets a margin of 1,14,046. That this seat wins them the election. And the Lok Sabha goes in their favor. Next. Go back. Sorry. Yeah, okay. So we started to look at that number. Just give me that the last one. We started to look at this number. This number is very interesting to us. Why is it that this comes out of 1 seat? It's a huge imbalance. Right? So we started looking at Mahadevapura assembly. We started looking at the details. And now I'm going to tell you what we found. We found that 1,250,000 votes were stolen. And we're going to tell you how. What is the total number in the assembly? Total number of votes? So out of 6,50,000 total votes in the assembly of Mahadevapura, 1,250,000 votes were stolen. They were stolen in 5 different ways. The first way, duplicate voters. One voter appearing multiple times on the voter list. Fake and invalid addresses. Voters who didn't have addresses or were just fake addresses. Bulk voters in single address. One building, 50 people, 60 people, 1 bedroom house, but we go there, no 50 people living there. No record of those people ever having living there. 1 family living in that house. Invalid photos, photos which you simply cannot see or no photos existing of theirs on the polling list. And then the most interesting, misuse of Form 6. Form 6 is the form that allows new voters to become voters. So generally Form 6 is anyone who's 18 and above but hasn't voted in the last election. So they should be between 18 and 22, 23 years old. And so now we're going to go into the details and we're going to show you how this was done. Here is duplicate voter. There are 11,965 voters of this type. This is a gentleman called Gurkirat Singh Dang. Here he is. Can you zoom in? Gurkirat Singh Dang appears once, twice, 3 times, 4 times in 4 different polling booths in the constituency. He is the same name, the same address, the same person, 4 different polling booths. And this is not just one person, this is thousands of people in one assembly. Second example, same voter voting in multiple polling booths in Karnataka in the assembly and also voting in Uttar Pradesh, voting in Lucknow, voting in Varanasi. Zoom in, no, show the name. This is the gentleman called Aditya Srivastava. Just zoom out for a second. Yeah, just zoom into the top 2 there. He votes in booth number 458, same person. He votes again in booth number 459, same person. Go down. And then this gentleman goes Karnataka, Uttar Pradesh, Karnataka, and Maharashtra. So he's got his name on 4 lists, different states, different polling booths. And I remind you, this is not an individual. There are thousands and thousands of these people that we found. Duplicate voters was what, 11,000? So there are 11,000 people who are voting 3 times, 4 times, multiple times, right? Okay, now let's go to, okay, here is the list of duplicate voters. These are all the people who have voted multiple times in Karnataka. That's the names, that's their addresses, that's the polling booths where they register to vote. Okay? Next, fake addresses. Zoom in. House number 0. No, you're laughing. There are thousands and thousands of these people. No address, house number 0. House number 0, house number 0. 0. House number 0. Father's name, ILSDHFHUG. थोड़े और फादर नेम दिखाओ, ये बड़े इंटरेस्टिंग नाम है इनके. DFOIGOIDF फादर्स नेम. नहीं, आप हंस रहे हो भैया, पूरा सिस्टम उड़ा दिया है, चोरी हो रही है. अभी तो शुरुआत की है हमने. और दिखाइए. अच्छा, थोड़ा जूम आउट कीजिए. नाउ these are of 3 types. Either an address that doesn't exist, you go look for it, it's not there, or the address is 0, house number 0 or street number 0, or then the address cannot be verified. These are 40,000 voters. Okay. Next, here is house number 35. 80 voters live in this house. We sent people to check. They got beaten up. These 80 people live in this house. It's a single story, single room house. Here's another one. Booth number 366. थोड़ा इसमें zoom in करो. 46 voters, all from different families, living in a single bedroom house. And when we go there, they don't exist. Zoom out. So that's a single bedroom. 46 voters living there. Same thing there, 80 voters living there. No sign of their existence. When we go there, we're threatened. Our people go there, they're threatened. Take video, they're threatened. Okay, next. Here is 68 voters in a brewery, commercial establishment. Nobody lives there. Right? And when we go and ask them, where are these people? Who are these people? Nothing. We don't know. Never heard of them. Zoom in. And that's fake and invalid addresses. You can see. All lies. Total lies. These guys don't exist. Okay? Next. Invalid photos. There are 4,000 voters. Show the photos. These are the photos. Either no photo or a photo that is so small that कहाँ गया भाई? Yeah. Or that you can't see them. That's an original voter list. That's a copy of a voter list. You can see no photos. Okay, so there's 4,000 of those. And now we come to the most interesting, which is really where the game is played. You've heard that new voters vote for the Prime Minister. You've heard that said, right? Suna hai na? New voters, young voters like to vote for the Prime Minister. Now I'll show you how. So there is something called Form 6. 33,692 voters are registered here. This basically is anybody who wants to vote for the first time can use this list, Form 6. So you go, you get into the Form 6, and then your name goes into the voter list. There's a lady called Shakun Rani, 70-year-old. 70-year-old. Zoom out. That's her. And you see a very interesting thing here. She appears twice on the voter list. She comes in using Form 6. Zoom into her name the first time. Zoom in there. Here, first name Shakun, surname Rani. Right? Now look at her picture. That's a picture. Now go to the other picture. Look at the picture. So this is essentially a zoomed in picture that they've taken. And this is now suddenly a new voter. Go back. Now she has no surname, but her first name is Shakun Rani. Right? Go back. But what's really interesting here, now she uses this form twice. She uses it first on the 13th, 13/9/23, and then she does it again 31/10/23. So she becomes a voter twice, And then the beautiful thing is, show us the next slide, she actually votes twice. Or somebody votes twice for her. Right? There she is. That's the slip where she's been signed off as having voted in booth 341. And she's done it twice. Now, we don't know if she's done it or somebody else has done it. Now, this has been 33,000 people here in one assembly that have done this. Show me the ages, please. Do you have the ages of the larger list? Okay. So I'll start with the age here. I've got a list of the ages. Age 98, age 96, age 95, age 95. This is all fake. Right? These are all just fake. They're supposed to be new voters that vote for Mr. Narendra Modi. 95, 85, 75, 65, 55, 45. This entire list does not contain a single person. This list does not contain a single person between the age of 18 and 25. Yeah. 33,000 was stolen like this. Right? And she registers herself twice in 2 months. And then she goes and votes. Or somebody else votes for her. This is how the Bangalore Central Lok Sabha election was stolen. Just take me back to the numbers. 1 lakh. Yeah. So 1,250,000 stolen, election won in one assembly. Duplicate votes 11,965. Menu दे रहा हूं ना आपको. Dessert, starter, right? Duplicate voter 11,965. Fake and invalid addresses 40,009. Bulk voters in single address 10,452. Invalid photos 4,132. Misuse of Form 6 33,692. The reason the Election Commission does not give us data is because this is happening across the country. Okay. Next one. To give you an example, the difference between winning and losing the Haryana election for the Congress was 22,779 votes in the entire state. In one assembly election, one assembly in Karnataka, they've stolen 4 times that. Right? The scale is unbelievable. There's 6.5 lakh voters, and literally 1 lakh of those don't exist. They're being manufactured. And let's not forget that the Prime Minister is the Prime Minister of India with a very slender majority, 25 seats. 33,000 votes was the winning margin. Okay, so what we're saying to the Election Commission is you're not in the business of destroying Indian democracy. You're in the business of protecting it. All this information now, this is evidence. Not just the Karnataka information, every single voter list of the country. This is a crime that is being committed against the Indian Constitution, against the Indian flag. Okay, this is nothing less than that. And this is evidence of the crime in one assembly. We are absolutely convinced because we see the pattern. We've studied the pattern. We are absolutely convinced that this crime is being done at a huge scale across the country, in state after state after state. So for us, the CCTV footage and the voter list is now evidence in crime. And the Election Commission is busy trying to destroy it. So I want the nation to know that there is a huge criminal fraud being perpetrated on this country. It is being done by the Election Commission and the party in power. And we have given you crystal clear, undoubtable proof here. There is circumstantial evidence. They do not give us the data. They give us the runaround. They have actively themselves said they're going to destroy CCTV footage. This is why they want to destroy it. They want to destroy it so that we cannot identify Shakun Rani voting twice. That's the truth of Indian democracy.